Final question to you, Rob. I kind of started off by lobbing a grenade in your direction, which I thought you handled
Another one's
expertly. No, it's not. I'm going to a nice simple one. Just what you've heard about how many similarities or how many differences to the Man City squad between what we've seen finish this season and maybe start next season, specifically with Gundogan, because I know Pep wants to keep him, but there's been talk this week about potentially Barcelona getting a deal done there. So what have you heard about that, and any more comings and goings that you can give to the ESPN FC viewers?
Yeah, I mean, Janusz is right. I mean, even though they've won the treble, there will be changes. I mean, Gundogan is the key one. City are desperate for him to stay, but there is interest there from Barcelona and also Arsenal, and he'll have offers from Saudi Arabia as well. Like lots of top players at the moment, there are doubts about the future of Bernardo Silva. He's thought for a while now that it was time for a new challenge, possibly at PSG or Barcelona if they can get the money together. We expect Aymeric Laporte as well to have played his last game for City. He's keen to move on. Riyad Mahrez has been a little bit frustrated that he hasn't played as much this season as he would hope. He's got a big offer on the table from Saudi Arabia. So there will be changes. I think the only thing that you can't doubt is that City will replace those players with more top class players. They've lost out, it seems like, on Jude Bellingham. He's gone to Real Madrid. They were very, very keen to sign him. But they will have people who are ready to come in and even improve the squad even further from the one that's been so successful this season. I don't think there's really that much that they need to do. They've got the core of a team there that could go on and be successful for the next few years, but there is always money to spend at City. They'll do it in what they see as a sensible manner. They will adhere to FFP restrictions, but they will try to bring in players who are going to improve the squad and take them to the next level. And as I said it earlier in the show, I really wouldn't bet against them winning a treble again, or even going close next year, because this really is a start for quite a young side. You've got a player like Erling Haaland, who is at the forefront of all this, who's still only 22 years old. Mm-hmm. Really, it's frightening what this team and this squad can achieve. Particularly with a few more additions over the summer. You could be talking about, I don't know, a decade-long dominance of the Premier League in Europe if it carries on the same way.
I'm thinking, because obviously they'll replace some players, and not that long ago we were wondering how they're going to manage without David Silva. I thought it was impossible. And then, of course, we've seen what has happened. Gundogan. So my next question always is, because Pep sometimes doesn't get credit for developing players that he already has. And you've mentioned Haaland, how young he is. Rico Lewis, is he going to be the one? How Phil Foden is going to develop? Because as we see again coming in centrally, that's probably the idea. Knowing that Gundogan may leave, Phil Foden probably feels more comfortable centrally anyway, because he's going to be on the ball. We saw glimpses today when he came in, had that great chance one-on-one that he should have put away. I think physically he's still maybe not there just yet. Maybe he's sometimes he's got to slow down a little bit and be a little bit more intelligent in what he does, because he's 100 miles per hour sometimes. And I feel a player in that position has to be shrewd at times. And I don't know if he's got that yet. But, you look at Ake, you look at Akanji, who I thought had a poor game today. I mean, those players can still become elite. I'm not saying they aren't, but they're not at their best. They're not absolute leaders of wherever they play, if it's backline or if it's midfield of the front. So, if we're hearing Mateo Kovacic, who I think is going to be wonderful, even if he's just to kind of, replace Rodri at times. We've seen that Calvin Phillips has not worked out. So, there's certainly going to be players coming in that are going to make an impact. I am more interested about the players that are already there that can still go another level or two.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.